My name is Victoria Winters. I came to Collinwood for a purpose, but that purpose has been obscured by a veil of hypocrisy and deceit. As a man who cares tries to reach a decision.
Why, Princess, I didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, this is my favorite hangout. But I didn't expect to see you here.
I thought you were in Bangor.
Have you been checking up on me?
No, it was just mentioned casually. More or less casually in passing.
Mm-hmm. So who was doing all this reporting on my activities?
He's a fine lad, Princess.
That must mean Joe Haskell. Did he tell you I had lunch in Bangor with Burke Devlin?
No, he didn't. He didn't say that at all.
Did he follow me there to spy on me?
Never. He wouldn't do a thing like that. He merely happened to mention...
Casually, in passing.
Yes, casually in passing.
Say, how long have you been here, Mr. Malloy?
I was born here, and my father was born here before me.
No, I don't mean in Collinsport. I mean in the Blue Whale. I don't believe I ever even heard of you taking a drink in the afternoon.
And rarely in the evening. The occasion has never presented itself before.
So, what brought all this on? You didn't get upset just because Joe Haskell mentioned my meeting Burke Devlin, did you?
Anything that concerns Burke Devlin upsets me.
Because it wasn't anything. I mean, not really.
It also upset young Joe.
It serves him right. He had no business spying on me in the first place.
But he didn't, I told you that. He said that Burke was in Bangor and that you were seen on the road to Bangor.
And I suppose that makes me a criminal. Does, he think I deliberately followed Burke?
Certainly not.
Well, I should hope not. I mean, why in the world would I follow a man like Burke?
Would you care to have anything, Princess?
Like what?
Like whatever it is you like.
No thanks. Besides, I've got to be getting home.
Well, you're going up to Collinwood.
Sure. That is where I live, isn't it?
I could be going up there myself. Must see your mother.
Great. I'll give you a lift.
No, I'm not ready to leave yet. I'm in no hurry to add to her distress.
Now, what do you mean by that? Are you going to tell her about my meeting Burke Devlin? Because, well, I didn't make any secret of it. When I called from Bangor, I spoke with Vicky and told her about it. You know, I just happened to mention, casually, in passing.
That's best to be honest and above board.
Well, then why make a big thing about it?
Well, I wish what I had to tell your mother was as simple a matter as that.
Well, I'll tell her I saw you.
Yeah, you do that. Tell her I'll be seeing her soon.
Long distance operator 67, please. This is Mrs. Stoddard, Collinsport 4099. Have you any report on that call I placed? The call to Mr. Ned Calder? I see. Keep trying, please. Hello, John. Hello.
Elizabeth. Good to see you.
My goodness, it's been how long? 4 years?
Much too long. Well, you're looking good.
Thank you. So are you. You don't look in the least like a stuffy old banker.
Thank you.
How was the trip down?
Oh, fine. It's good to get out of town once in a while.
I've made some tea. Sit down, John.
Elizabeth, we've known each other a long time. When you called, I couldn't help thinking that you had more problems than you admitted.
All I wanted was your advice on setting up a trust fund for my nephew.
Well, I have the papers right here. Is there something else I can do for you, too, Elizabeth?
No, thank you.
Has Bill Malloy been giving you any headaches?
Of course not.
Oh, don't misunderstand. I like him. He's conscientious, capable, and a good boy. As far as running your fishing fleet is concerned, but that's as far as Bill goes, too.
Bill's doing the best he can.
Granted. But he's no Ned Calder. I imagine by now you found out how much you needed Ned. Malloy hasn't been able to take his place, has he, Elizabeth?
I never intended he should. I thought that Roger would.
If you thought that Roger could run the business, and that was wishful thinking. He's no more of a businessman than I am a fisherman. You need Ned back at the helm before your whole fleet sinks.
That's not going to happen.
Well, I was just speaking allegorically. Ned's ideal for the handling the fleet has been his whole life. What you need is someone to handle the Collins business. It happens that perhaps what you really need is someone to handle your life.
You sound like Ned. Those were almost his exact words when he asked me to marry him.
Why did he resign, Elizabeth? Because you refused him?
He had other things he wanted to do.
That isn't the truth, is it?
I told you what he said.
Ned Calder's one of the finest men I know.
You seem to be forgetting something, John. I'm still married.
Your husband left you 18 years ago. Why should you deny your freedom?
I haven't asked for it.
Why?
Hello? This is Mrs. Stoddard. Ned, where are you? I've been trying to reach you all day. Have you decided yet about coming back to run the business? I really need you to take care of things the way you used to. It just hasn't worked out. No, Ned, I haven't changed my mind about that. I'm sorry, I can't discuss it. But, Ned... Well, I'm sorry you feel that way about it. I see. I see. Well, if you change your mind, please call me. All right. I need him.
You sign there and there.
This trust fund can't be touched by anyone?
The principal can't even be touched by David. The interest guarantees him security for the rest of his life.
And this goes on into perpetuity?
Goes on as long as we have a monetary system. David is assured of an education and an income. But I must point out to you that this trust fund that you have set up is going to cause you to have a slight bind financially.
What do you want me to do, go around and make sure the lights are all out?
Nothing that serious. But there isn't any loose money lying around. And when you took over Roger's interest in the company, you tied up nearly all your own cash to do it.
Well, it had to be done.
Well, I'm not criticizing you for it. The notes are signed, they're on the best possible terms, and eventually they can be paid off. But I must remind you that they are demand notes and can be called at any time.
Why should they be called if I keep paying the interest?
Well, no reason unless someone wanted to take over your company. I don't know why anyone would want to do that.
I wonder.
It's a family institution. I had to tell someone that the other day when he was making inquiries about it.
Who was it? Who made inquiries?
I don't remember. It was some New York syndicate. I just fluffed them off.
I'm trying to find out, John. Carolyn, I didn't expect you home so early.
Didn't Vicky tell you I called?
Yes, she did. You remember Mr. Harris?
Of course. I remember starting a savings account at your bank. It was for $1.
Well, it's grown considerably since then. You both are in pretty good shape.
Thank you. I almost stopped in the bank this afternoon.
Then you did go to Bangor.
Yes, I had lunch with a friend.
Excuse us, John. Carolyn, I'd like to talk to you for a minute. Was this friend by any chance Burke Devlin?
Yes, but how did you know about it? Oh, I suppose Vicky must have told you.
No, she didn't. Carolyn, you know how I feel about Burke.
Yes, but I don't see why.
Never mind why. I don't want you associating with him.
I don't exactly know what you mean by associating. All I did was have lunch with him. You think it was some kind of a federal crime? Bill Malloy sounded as if he thought I ought to be put in jail or something.
What's he got to do with it?
Well, that's what I'd like to know. What does anybody have to do with it? All I know is that Mr. Malloy has been in the Blue Whale all afternoon, drowning his sorrows.
Bill Malloy?
Yes, a stern, strict Bill Malloy. He said he was coming up to see you. I was right.
Elizabeth, I have to talk to you.
John Harris is down here from Bangor. Can't it wait?
No, it can't. I've got to say what's on my mind.
Carolyn, would you go and talk to Mr. Harris, please? What is it, Bill? What's so urgent?
Well, it's not an easy thing to tell you.
Then I assume it's unpleasant.
It is that. It's about Roger.
Bill, if you want to complain about Roger not attending to business, it isn't necessary. We've already discussed it, and he's going to try harder.
But he can try as hard as he wants, and he'll never live up to Ned Calder.
Well, I agree. I've asked Ned to come back.
That'd be the smartest move you ever made in your life.
I know.
It would give me more time for what I know best, the boats.
He's not interested in my offer.
Well, maybe he'll change his mind.
Ned is a very capable man. He's also a very stubborn one. He's almost as stubborn as you are, Bill.
I'll admit to that, but it's only if I know it's for the best.
And are you the one who decides what's for the best?
I might be.
You think you're more capable of deciding than I am?
Look, as long as it affects your brother, you won't bring it out in the open and look at it. You'll try to sweep it under the carpet.
Do you realize you're not making any sense?
It makes sense to me.
Well, then suppose you explain it to me.
Well, I guess you know why Bert Devlin came back to Collinsport, don't you?
Yes, you came back hoping to stir up a lot of trouble. I think he succeeded.
Well, that wasn't the only reason he came back. He came back here to prove he wasn't guilty, that he wasn't the one that should have gone to prison.
And how does he expect to do that?
Well, you know, he's commissioned Sam Evans to do his portrait.
Yes?
Now, Burke's not the type of man to want his portrait painted. What he's commissioned Evans for is to get information from him.
Information about the accident?
What else?
Bill, if Burke wasn't driving the car and it hit that man, then Roger was. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I think you suspected it all the time.
No, I didn't.
And you wouldn't admit it even to yourself.
That's not true. Do you think I'd allow an innocent man to take my brother's place in prison?
You want me to answer that?
Burke had a perfectly fair trial. The jury chose to find him guilty. I choose to accept that verdict. Is that quite clear?
What if there happened to be evidence that was not introduced at that trial? What then, Elizabeth? Do you want to hear about it?
Then what if everybody wanted to withdraw all their deposits at the same time?
I'd be very unhappy.
Would you go bankrupt?
Oh, we're insured against that now. So I don't think you have to worry about your money, Carolyn.
I don't have enough to worry about.
Someday you will have, both you and David. It's healthy for you to take an interest in it.
Now that's about all I know about banking. You keep my money and I get the interest.
Very true.
Did you know Bert Devlin, Mr. Harris?
Yes, I did. I haven't seen him in some time.
He's back in Collinsport, you know.
So I've heard.
You notice me trembling or anything?
Should you be?
Well, I don't know. See, my mother and Uncle Roger seem to think he's only come back here to take over the Collins empire.
And what do you think?
I think he couldn't be nicer. He's the one I had lunch with in Bangor today.
Really? I've heard quite a bit about him.
Anything good? I'm so tired of hearing people knock him.
Well, I'm afraid I can only report on his financial status.
Oh, I know. He has oodles of money. He's awfully nice anyway.
Because of the money?
In spite of it.
Well, you can talk because you've never lacked for anything. But a man like Burke Devlin is different.
He certainly is.
I'm still speaking from a financial point of view. Burke started with nothing and built it up to a fortune. But he's not content. He'll want more because he started with nothing. He'll always want more. I wish I could handle his bank account.
I'm afraid you haven't a chance. Burke seems to travel with his own banker.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm. I met him today at lunch. Mr. Blair.
Blair?
Yes, from New York.
Are you sure, Carolyn?
Sure about what?
This man, this banker from New York, his name is James Blair?
Yes, as a matter of fact. James Blair, I think.
I must talk to your mother about this.
Oh, Mr. Harris, wait a minute. My mother's already bawled me out.
This has nothing to do with your lunch date, honey. I have to talk to her about James Blair.
Oh, do you know him?
Yes. I had no idea he was working for or with Burke Devlin.
Well, all I can tell you right now is that I have information that could be damaging to Roger.
What sort of information?
I'd rather not tell you till I check out the facts. But it has to do with Burke's trial and conviction 10 years ago.
That was settled at the time. Burke was guilty.
He doesn't agree.
And you think he'd be satisfied if you can prove that he wasn't guilty?
I do.
Then you're a fool. He's served a prison sentence. No matter what you prove, you can't give him back those 5 years.
You can give him back his dignity, and that may be what he really wants.
No matter what my personal feelings about Burke are, somehow I never think he lost his dignity.
He must care that people call him an ex-convict. He wants to be cleared.
And for that you want me to sacrifice my brother? You don't know me very well. Yes?
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth.
What is it, John?
But Carolyn just told me something extremely important. She said that you had lunch today in Bangor with Burke Devlin.
I already know that.
So what you didn't know is that the man with Burke was James Blair.
Well, what about it?
You remember I mentioned something about a representative of a New York syndicate wishing to buy up all the demand notes that you signed?
Yes, you mentioned something like that.
And that named man was James Blair. Obviously, he's acting for Burke Devlin.
You see? It's what I was afraid of. Now you've got to do what I said.
Please, Bill, I don't want to discuss it.
You want to let everything go down the drain to save that precious brother of yours?
He is my brother.
I tell you, it's the only thing to do. Now, if you won't give me your approval, then I'm sorry. For the first time since I worked for you, I'm going to do something against your wishes. A good day.
Bill, please.
What was that all about?
Oh, it's nothing, John. Phil had a few drinks, and I think they went to his head. It's nothing to worry about.
Hello, this is Malloy. Is Roger Collins there? Put him on. Hello, Roger. Malloy. Listen, I have to see you right away. No, I don't want to hear any excuses. Now listen, either you meet me or I'm going to the police. Now, I mean it. All right, I'm at the Blue Whale. I'll wait for you here.
Stay tuned for Where the Action Is next on ABC. Dark Shadows is a Dan Curtis production.